My father used to work on a construction site in Moscow in the early 80s. They were building high-risers. They worked in 3 shifts, day and night. And they had one terrible story, which he told me. Construction accidents then, in the 80s and 90s, were inextricably linked. But it wasn't due to negligence or non-compliance with safety rules. But as he told me, because of the woman with inverted head. At first, he did not believe the local workers. They tried to discourage him from working the night shift, but the night shift was paid higher rates, and he often worked nights with several other CIS nationals who had nowhere to go, and at first he did not think anything of these stories. But in just one single night, he changed his mind. Late in the evening, he went up the stairs to his floor. At the edge of his eye, he noticed the movement in the nearby building. He stopped and looked into the night darkness of the stair flights. There was a woman standing on the edge of the floor. Another worker, who was going upstairs with my father, also saw it. My father ran to that building to talk her out of it or grab her hand. His mate ran after him. When he got there, he saw that she was still standing on the edge of the stair flight. My father called her and went to her slowly. When he approached her, she abruptly turned towards him. At first, he did not even understand what was wrong with her face. He saw her sprawled mouth and bottomless eyes, but her face was inverted. Her curved mouth was on her forehead, and her eyes were on the place where her mouth was supposed to be. She stood there and looked at my father, and he even thought she was laughing. Then she turned back towards the street. And then Dad's mate ran to the floor. My father couldn't stop him because everything happened very quickly. The guy ran towards this terrible woman and wanted to grab her by her waist. But when he grabbed her, she took a step into the dark abyss, and the guy fell down with her. Father could hear her laughing, and his mate scream. No wonder, when my father went down to check their condition, he did not find any woman there. Only his mate from work was lying on the ground. After that, my father worked at the site only day shifts, and when there were no people willing to work at night, their team was disbanded and he quit the construction site. The site, where accidents had been happening regularly, as my dad's boss used to say, was demolished. It was said to be built in violation of construction standards.